This episode was pre-recorded as part of a live continuing education webinar. On-demand CEUs are still available for this presentation through All CEUs. Register at allceus.com/counselor toolbox. I'd like to welcome everybody to today's presentation on triggers and cravings. Over the next hour, we're going to define a trigger, discuss the function of triggers, explore triggers for mental health symptoms as well as addictive behaviors, explore how triggers lead to cravings and obsessive thinking, or stuckness, if you will. In depression, sometimes triggers can cause someone to start having obsessive thoughts about a negative experience in their past, and they kind of get stuck there. And we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to end by talking about the concept of stimulus generalization and how multiple different scenarios can come to elicit a behavior or a reaction just because it's what you've always done. So a trigger is a physical or cognitive stimulus. Now, behaviorists are probably going, oh my gosh, we're just going to be real loosey-goosey with this right now. A physical stimulus is something that you see, hear, smell, taste, touch. A cognitive stimulus is a thought that you have. Now, a lot of our clients' cognitive stimuli for anxiety, depression, and anger tend to revolve around those infamous cognitive distortions. So when something happens, it's how they interpret it, their cognitive reactions to the situation that end up triggering the depression, anger, or anxiety. So it's important to understand that there are a variety of different triggers that we need to look at. It's also important to understand that not all triggers are negative. A lot of times, at least in addiction recovery, when we hear the word trigger, we think of something that needs to be avoided or gotten rid of. But triggers are awesome for triggering positive feelings because you can't be really happy and miserable at the same time. Now, there's that little bittersweet